Welcome to the channel. Alright, I don't know if I've even filmed any of this, but I got all the front suspension off, got the motor out, got this thing ready to haul off for scrap. It's ready to go. I thought about trying to part it out, maybe put it on Marketplace or something, and maybe trying to part out a few of the leftover doors and just the parts of the car itself. I just don't have anywhere to put all that stuff, so I'm just going to scrap it. Just going to drag it off. You can see I've got just stuff everywhere. I cleaned over there in that corner a little bit today. What I did do is on a Honda motor, I did pull, as you can see, there's no pistons. There was one that was already out. The head somewhere right in there. So I did, forever ago, took one of the pistons out. You could see from the top that it had burnt the corner out of one of the pistons. I don't have it anymore. We scrapped it or just trashed it or whatever. But I had one of the rods out, and so that's one of the rods when I did the comparing the two different brands of rods and see if they're equivalent in power and versus price. So I was noticing there was some surface rust in the one cylinder by itself, and it's going to have to be honed anyway. So I cleaned it up. I think a hone will get that. So I just went ahead and decided I'm just going to pull all the pistons and rods out and just hone the whole thing. Just rebuild the bottom end, new bearings and everything. Because just buying one bearing for one rod, I'll just redo it all. So it's got everything out. I inspected the other pistons. Kind of glad I pulled it apart. Alright, so here's the pistons. Well, here's the actual, if I can get some light on it. These are rod bearings. You can see, let's get some, try to get some light on it. See how that's worn with the copper in there looking, and all of them are worn. I think they got either the wrong size or they over tightened them. They were all worn some. Okay, that's not the main issue. Okay, so looking at the edge of these pistons, looks like there may be some damage there, so these may not be good. Looks like it's been hot, maybe rubbed, but the cylinders look great, so I don't know if they had reused these. They actually look like new pistons. I got these part numbers. I'm going to run the part numbers. So I was inspecting these. These may be, beyond repair. I may just have to get some more pistons. Well, and then I went to this one. Wait a minute. Why? Why is that not got the same top? Why does that look different? Okay, so then I held it up. There's top for top. This is an entirely different piston. It's not even the same piston. Somebody put two different pistons. I don't know what the other one was. I don't know if it was one of these or one of these. That's why I was making the point that I don't have that accessible. But these are entirely in two different pistons. What in the crap? The only way for this to work, this one does look a little bulkier. Okay, it looks thicker, looks a little heavier dutier than this. The only way, well, just picking them up I can tell, these are heavier. This has to be the same compression ratio on top. It's okay that the skirt's longer, but the problem with the skirt having more material, you know, these being right there is pretty flush. See, they got more skirt. So this piston is actually longer top to bottom than these. And that's okay, that'll work. The diameters are the same, but they have to weigh the same or within reason, or you're just gonna have, there's no way you can balance it. It's not gonna be anywhere remotely close to balance. So these are two types of pistons in the same engine. I have never seen that. You can see maybe they might have tried to pull some material out up under the, I don't think so. I don't. Maybe they might have tried to pull some weight out to balance them. I don't know. To me, you see how shiny they are up that way? Looks like somebody might have tried to pull some material out. They might be, but pistons and rods have to be balanced, you know, fairly close. That blows my mind. I've never seen that. There's at least two different types of pistons and rods, you know. The rods are the same, but the pistons are not. In the same engine. I've never seen that. And they all look new, so why would they? I mean, they all look brand new. This motor didn't run very long, but everything looks brand new. I'm at a loss for words here. This is one thing I've never experienced anything like this. This is a whole different. I have no clue what's going on here. I don't know what's happened. I didn't even notice it at first. I had everything out, and I was looking at the tops of the pistons to see if it had looked like it had cracked one of the pistons, where you got the lines and that little indentation or whatever. Looked like it might have cracked one right there. I got to the third one, it didn't have that, and I'm like, what is going on here? Yeah, so. Well, the Honda motor, I'll probably have to at least get, I think the one piston's going to be the good one. I don't know that the other two with the lines are good, so I may have to get three pistons to match that one. If I'm going to do that, I may just go get a whole set. I don't know. That's the strangest thing. But yeah, that's what I'm dealing with right now, so I got to make a decision on what I'm going to do with the brand and which pistons and which rods, and I don't even know. That is the oddest thing I've ever experienced as far as pulling out a motor that had been built, or I've never experienced that. It was very odd, but yeah. So I got a JDM B6, no, it's a JDM B16A, but it's the 92 to 95, so it's the SIR2 bottom end. So I'm gonna have to figure out something on some pistons on that. We've got the GSR bottom end already done. I have to find all the main caps and the valve cover and everything to this B16 head. And I'm not really sure where the GSR head is either, so got to do some digging on some Honda parts. And I got to clean up all the 2J stuff and kind of get it straightened up. Get this car out. Probably just bring the RX-8, just take it outside and leave it parked for a while until I figure out something there. And but yeah, that's what's going on with the Honda today. All right, here we go. All right, so we went drifting 2 events ago, not the last one, but 2 events ago. We broke some lug nuts on the back driver's side of the S14. All right, you know, we changed them, no big deal. All right, so this last one I went, and it felt like I was feeling something in the driver's side wheel, and I thought, well, maybe I didn't get the lug nuts or something tight. I checked them, everything's good. Well, I got it back, got it on the lift, and doing a bolt check, and I got thinking about that. So I looked at it, checked it out. Let me show you what I found. What that is the rear upper control arm. It's adjustable and everything. All the adjustments are tight. The bolt, the actual camera bolt on the inside, it's actually loose. That's why you do your bolt checks. And I would almost imagine that may have been part of the reason I lost those lug nuts on drifting that a couple weekends ago. So far, that's the only thing I've found. We didn't install none of this stuff. We went over it. It was tight at the time, and I may have just missed that, but it's kind of tight. But I didn't find any other slack with any other part right there. So that's the only thing I can come up with, and that motion in a slide would actually, you'd feel that in that rear end, and I think that might be what I've been feeling. So, all right, let's try to tighten this jewel up, and then we'll continue on checking the car over. All right, here we go. All right, we check it. I tightened it up. Good and tight now. All right, so I had to tighten that bolt up. I messed with the camera a little bit, but it actually was way out, so I had to measure everything off of the other side and get my level and match it. So I had to, the actual adjustable piece, I couldn't get enough of it out. It's just the camera bolt, so I had to actually break the adjuster loose on that adjustable upper control arm, and I had to bring it, I think I'm way in. So it definitely messed with it. It definitely caused some issues. I can feel it driving. And I went through some more bolts, and I'm not seeing anything else loose in that particular side, in the driver's side. So maybe we'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll go through and check all the lugs and recheck pretty much everything. I may change the oil. I don't know how far this motor will go or how long we'll keep this motor in this car. But there's a few things I think ultimately I'll want to do eventually. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna do for right now. So I think it'll be ready to go as far as what was going on there. I'll go more in depth and check the fronts and the fluids on everything, and we'll just give it a once over, and we'll be ready to go drifting again. All right, here we go.